What's up, everyone? Garage 79R. We're in the shop. I'm going to be working on Floyd today. So, Floyd's been good. Runs really good. Absolutely loving the power from this header that I built a couple months ago. So, Floyd already has a bigger master cylinder, and it's actually one of my more popular videos. That is the Camry master cylinder. And the Camry master cylinder is actually technically too big for these Corolla calipers that I run on Floyd. So, actually, come over here in the light. Not that it looks like much, but, yeah. Corolla calipers, Protege rotors. So, not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago, I realized that the same generation Celica ST, the base model ST, has the same basic front brakes as a Corolla. The reason why you can't use the Corolla master cylinder is because they're a 3-bolt where they mount to the master, or to the brake booster. So Tercels are 2-bolt, and for some reason the Celica is 2-bolt, and just about every other Toyota. However, the Corolla is 3-bolt, and Starlet's a 3-bolt. The Sarah is a 3-bolt. It's weird. I don't understand Toyota's logic, but whatever. So this is like 95 Celica 1.8 ST. So I'm gonna swap that on. But yeah, nothing going on here. I still need to get this wiring all cleaned up and done nice. It's still in that get it running mode. And while 3.5 years later, I think it's running good enough to clean it up now. So I'm gonna knock that out. I also have a rear flex line I want to replace. I replaced all the flex lines before I went to tail the Dragon. However, the one when I got to this one, when I pulled the replacement out of the box, it was like threaded wrong, or I can't remember now, but it wasn't right, so I couldn't use it. So this is still the original one on the car. So I got another one right there, another centric. Hopefully it's fine. Actually, I don't even know if I opened it and checked it, but so I'm gonna do all that. And so the whole point of this is the Camry master cylinder is technically too big and results in less actual pressure at the calipers. And I could tell in this car, it's just a little harder to modulate. You just lose that little extra, like what feels right. It stops fine, but it could be better. So also, while I'm doing this, I want to build a master cylinder brace. Now, I built one for Earl a long time ago. And that one I had to build because at the time I was still running a stock motor, and I had it so it fit behind a stock airbox. So I could do a little bit different now because I'm not running a stock airbox. So I have more room to do things. So I'm going to build a master cylinder brace after I switch the master over and then deal with... That's going to be the last thing I do. I want to do that, switch the line, rebleed the system. All right, so there's no real difference between the two externally. The Celica is 15/16. This is a 1-inch bore. and stock would have been 3/4 inch. Oh, nope. All right, so we're a couple days after working on the brakes. I had to put the camera down and get to work. Plus, my neighbors were started making a whole bunch of noise next door, and I couldn't really record anything. So, but I just got back from a nice drive tonight. The master's in, the brake line's in, the brakes feel great. I also made a brace, a little hard to see. That's some leftover 1-inch tubing from building the Malibu core support. So I've been doing a lot of work on the Malibu in the background. I haven't videoed any of it. I've just been taking some pictures along the way because I am bouncing all over the place on the Malibu. So work's getting done, and I'm thinking The Malibu at some point will be running and driving, and I want to drive the wheels off of it. Short of any salt being on the roads, I will drive it all winter. I don't care. So once the Malibu's on the road and sorted and proven itself, this is going to get parked up, and I want to take that time to finally clean up the wiring that I said I want to do, because this is still in the let's get it running and proof of concept phase from 3.5 years ago. The wiring's still a spaghetti mess. So I want to address that. I want to make it look nice. I also want to do something about the intake. Again, that's just a temporary. Let's get a filter on the car. Obviously, a hot air intake's not doing me any favors. I know that. I've had people say that to me, oh, you got a hot air intake. I know that. This is what I had laying around that was good enough to put a damn filter on the car. That's it. So Floyd is due for a lot of little things. I also need to finish my projector retrofits. If you're unfamiliar, Floyd used to have HID projectors for the longest time. The right one was starting to have problems. The solenoid was sticking and sometimes the high beam would stay on. So I decided to go ahead and get some 3-inch LED projectors to replace those 2.5-inch HID ones. And that was like 8 months ago. And I just kind of got stalled out on the project. They're basically done. I just need to redo the black paint on the housings because the paint was starting to flake, and that's just where that project stopped. So I need to get around to finishing that up. It's not a priority, but at some point I will. I also put an amplifier in the car not too long ago. I bought an amp for it about a year ago. That's in the car. Sounds great. I can actually really hear the speakers now, especially when the windows are down. So, because I was just running off of deck power. But yeah, Floyd needs some lovin's. And hopefully, once the Malibu's on the road and, seemingly reliable and is a good, weekend type car, this car gets parked and gets worked on. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? I'm also been thinking about changing the wheels. I know the 3 spokes are like kind of my whole thing with this car. That was like the first thing I wanted when I first got this car. I don't know, 8 years ago, I was like, I want 3 spokes. Well, now I want 8-inch wheels. So I don't know. These are 6.5. I'd like to get more tire in the car, but then if I put more tire in the car, then I got to put more suspension on it. Then it's a more snowball effect. And I really like Floyd the way it is. It's soft, it's compliant. I could drive it every day if I really wanted to. If I absolutely wanted to, I could put regular tags on it and drive it every day. It is a great daily driver. It's great on the mountains. It's great on the highway. It's great everywhere. So probably going to stick with the wheels because changing the wheels involves spending money and then spending money on suspension. And I can't afford that snowball effect. So they'll likely stay, but I've been getting that itch. I've been looking at other wheels. I want 8s on it. I'm going to try to have some self-control. Floyd is really good. I just need to refine what I have. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think I should do to Floyd? Turbo is not going to happen. It's staying a stock ECU car. I really would like coilovers for it, maybe. But I would have to really set them up to be soft because I like taking this on bumpy, crappy mountain roads, and your average coilover sucks on those. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. See you on the next one.